My dad used to tell me that always put more jelly beans in the jar than you take out. So that's how I practice my life. Can you imagine the humanity if we all put more jelly beans into the jar? What a world we could be, right?
Again with the latest on 2 out-of-control wildfires in Nova Scotia.
Residents of a Westwood subdivision in Tantallon are being evacuated.
I could hear the water bombers getting quite close to our home. And that's when the panic set in because it sounded like bombs dropping. I walked down the hallway and I looked to my right and there was red flames in my backyard. And that's when I was like, oh, this is it, I gotta go. The wildfires itself were almost indescribable. The amount of fear that it was and how aggressive and angry that fire was.
We were looking towards this area here and I saw a huge fire. While we literally were watching it, it spread. The winds were gusting 80 to 90 that day. It was 30 degrees. And in a matter of hours, we had 16,000 people evacuating Tantallon.
My phone just started blowing up. People were messaging me, there's a fire in Westwood. I saw this huge pillar and plume of smoke over the subdivision. Thank God it was a Sunday. Had it been Monday morning, there would have been 68 children napping in this building. It was really shocking. I mean, we were heartbroken. My husband built this building. We knew families that lost both their homes and their daycare, and I know that was quite devastating for them. You forget how emotional it is when you don't talk about it. It's been almost 2 years, and it still hurts.
I was on my way home. Somebody in the back of the van said, "Oh my God, there's a big fire in Halifax." And I never thought anything of it. What we did, we called a non-emergency number and we tried to see if somebody could go get our dog. And about half an hour, 45 minutes later, we got a call saying that the house had burned down to the ground. There, we knew it was very special.
When we were digging in Tantallon, those people, all they wanted to find was their dog. They weren't allowed to come back to get the dog because they were working that day. So I was able to find the dog for them. She said, "You find Bear and I'm happy." So I found Bear for them. It was pretty touching. Like finding things for people out of nothing. Like they're standing there and they see nothing and then we come out with something.
You can see gray shirts walking around and people coming up to them and saying, "Thank you." When you saw people wearing the gray shirts, people knew why they were here and what purpose they were serving, and it was pretty profound to see.
Essentially, there's nobody else that does what Team Rubicon does. I mean, what other organization will dress up people in, PPE and send them down in somebody's basement full of ashes and try to find mementos, in 90-degree heat? It was a very chaotic time. And a lot of us feel when Team Rubicon walked in that night, it put our mind at ease. I knew personally that things were going to be okay after that.
They were working in 35-degree weather, sifting through rubble. They would not stop. They gave me hope that we could come out of this and move forward.
If you're willing to be a little bit uncomfortable, if you're willing to help your neighbor, help your community, rebuild after a disaster, and if you have an extra jelly bean in your pocket, whether you volunteer as a gray shirt or donations, I would like my fellow Canadians to think of Team Rubicon.
If you donate, you'll be helping us to help others.